Hello, tiny human. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be hunted by something that was built perfectly for a world you can barely survive in? No? Good. Because the polar bear has. Out here in the Arctic, nothing is wasted. Energy is everything. Heat is everything. Food is everything. And the polar bear? It is the top of that equation. This isn't just a big bear. This is a predator engineered by ice. Under that thick white fur is black skin, absorbing what little sunlight exists. That fur isn't even white. It's transparent, bending and scattering light so the bear disappears into snow like a glitch in reality. You don't see it, but it sees you. Its nose lifts slightly, the air shifts, and just like that, it knows. A polar bear can smell prey from over 30 kilometers away. That's not tracking. That's scanning. Like you just accidentally turned on location services and forgot to turn them off. And now, you're not lost anymore. You've been found. But here's the part people don't expect. Polar bears don't rush. They wait. Somewhere out on the ice, a bear lowers its massive body behind a ridge. Slow, controlled, silent. Every movement is calculated, not to get closer faster, but to waste less energy. Because in the Arctic, energy is life. And wasted energy is death. This is why polar bears hunt the way they do. Not with speed, not with chaos, with patience. They find a breathing hole in the ice, just a small opening where seals come up for air. And then they wait. Minutes pass, then hours, sometimes longer. No movement, no sound, no mistakes. Now imagine that level of patience pointed at you. Because you're not a seal, you don't have instincts for this place. You don't have insulation. You don't even have a plan. The bear moves again. Massive paws spread its weight across the ice, distributing pressure so it doesn't crack the surface. Each step is softer than it should be for something that size. It's not chasing you, it's studying you, because a polar bear doesn't just hunt, it evaluates. Are you injured? Are you slow? Are you worth the energy? And right now, you're checking all the boxes. The wind shifts. That's all it needs. Now it has your exact position. And once the decision is made, everything changes. Because when a polar bear commits, it commits fast. Despite weighing hundreds of kilograms, it can sprint up to 40 kilometers per hour. Not for long, but long enough. You don't hear it at first, you feel it. The vibration through the ice, the sudden pressure in the air, and then it's moving. Fast, direct, unstoppable. You try to run. Of course you do. Everyone does. But running doesn't help. Running confirms. You are prey. And now, this isn't curiosity anymore. This is a hunt. Distance closes fast. Way too fast. And here's the problem. The Arctic isn't helping you. The ground beneath you cracks. The cold slows your muscles. Your lungs burn. Your body is shutting down. And the polar bear is just getting started. One swipe is enough. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just efficient. Bones don't bend here, they break. And the bite? Built to crush through seal skulls and thick layers of fat. You don't have either of those. But here's something even worse. Polar bears don't always wait for things to stop moving. Sometimes they start eating anyway. Not because they're cruel, because they can't afford not to. Out here, hesitation costs calories. And calories are survival. Now let's say, somehow, you avoid that. Maybe you change direction. Maybe the bear loses interest for a moment. You move toward the edge of the ice. Water below, dark, silent, still. It looks safe. It's not. Because the polar bear is not just built for land. It owns the water too. Long, powerful strokes, front paws pulling like oars, body streamlined for efficiency. They've been recorded swimming for days. You fall in once, and your body starts shutting down almost immediately. Cold shock hits first. Your breathing spikes uncontrollably. Your muscles tighten. Then comes the loss of control. And while you're fighting your own body, something is already moving beneath you. Even if the bear doesn't catch you right away, it doesn't need to. Because the environment is doing the work for it. Cold weakens you. Fatigue slows you. Fear makes you make mistakes. The polar bear just waits for the moment you slip. And you will slip. Because you don't belong here. Now here's something almost unfair. Polar bears are curious. Not in a friendly way. In a can I eat this way. They investigate unfamiliar things, circle them, approach slowly. So, even if you stand still, even if you don't run, you're still interesting. And interesting thing get tested. Their eyesight isn't perfect, their hearing isn't amazing, but their sense of smell, it's enough to find you across frozen wilderness, so hiding rarely works. Running makes it worse. Fighting isn't even a category. Which leaves you with one real strategy. Don't be there. Because once a polar bear decides your food, the outcome is already decided. It doesn't panic. It doesn't waste effort. It doesn't second guess. It simply does what it was built to do. Hunt, catch, consume, and then move on. Not because it's aggressive, not because it's evil, but because in the Arctic, that's survival. A place where every calorie matters, where every mistake is punished, where only the most efficient predators thrive. And at the very top of that frozen system stands the polar bear. Perfectly adapted, perfectly patient, perfectly lethal. And you? You were never the main character here. You were just an opportunity.